I'm just a few questions about the school. The first question, what is the educational philosophy and mission of EPSOM College?
Okay, so the educational philosophy of the school is to create students who care, learn and aspire, and teach us to do that via their teaching, their inspirational lessons, and by nurture. So a key part of that means the boarding experience. We want students to have academic rigour, to be taught well, to get good exam results, but we also want them to develop their wider holistic interests, whether that be sport, music, anything. And the school's multi-purpose environment enables our students to thrive in whatever they're good at.
And then actually this one is the first question. Could you explain yourself?
So my name is Andrew Thompson. I'm the assistant head teacher for teaching and learning. I also teach history and politics. I'm from the UK, so originally from a place called Watford, where Harry Potter world is. Maybe some people know that. And I joined the school last August in 2023. And I have a wife who also teaches at the school and 2 children in prep school.
Thank you so much. And the next question is, what special program or the resource does the school provide to support student academic achievement?
Okay, so one of the really good things about the school in terms of supporting students is a lot of our students come from countries where English isn't their first language. So we have a real dedicated large team of English additional language teachers who help students on their own individual pathway. And for students who English is more advanced or their first language, the vast majority of our teachers are UK trained professionals, experts, passionate about their subjects. They're always willing to support, they're always willing to extend their students. And also another benefit of being a boarding school is we have the prep time and CCAs, whereby students get more individual attention from their tutors, their HMMs, members of staff who go into the boarding houses. So throughout the school day, students are supported in a variety of ways.
Oh, thank you so much. And next question is about the strengths of the EPSOM College. What do you think is what unique strengths of EPSOM College would you recommend to Korean students and Korean parents?
To Korean students?
Yes.
One of the really nice things about the school is its diversity. So recently we had a student join us from Zimbabwe, our 30th different nation. So coming to EPSOM College is like a mini world. People from different parts, from everywhere, from Europe, from Asia, from Africa. And it's really nice to experience that on a daily basis, working with people from different nationalities and sharing each other's cultures. We do a lot in terms of celebrating festivals throughout the year, so Chinese New Year, Hari Raya, Christmas of course. And it's really nice to embrace that global spirit, global community. And we're trying to get our students to be global citizens, to look beyond their home countries. So coming from Korea, lovely country, but in terms of bigger prospects, wider horizons, coming to EPSOM is a great way to open up doors to going wherever you want and doing whatever you want.
How about the unique part for the every student? Is it from any other country they attending school? What the unique point for them?
So one of the good things about EPSOM again is we do have different pathways for different students. So we have the academic pathway. So if you want to come to EPSOM and really focus on academics and get great results, go to top universities, clearly that's what we do. But then we also have the sports academy. So we have golf, we have tennis, we have football. We've just started a music academy. So we've got fantastic, talented students in all of those different areas who compete nationally in sports, internationally in some cases, representing their country. So if you come to EPSOM College, there are many different pathways you can take. So you can come here for the rigour, you can come here for the sports, come here for the music. There's all sorts of unique selling points here that you wouldn't find in other schools.
Oh, I think it's the already answer about the beyond academic.
Yeah, so one of the things we do from Monday to Thursday is after the school day's finished, we have co-curricular activities, or called CCAs. And the students get to choose from a huge variety of activities to develop wider aspects of their character and their personality. So we have things like a drone club, history society, debating, English creative writing. So there's all sorts of different areas that students can explore to develop their hobbies, their interests outside of their academic side of things. And that's what we're trying to do in terms of our students. We want students who are academically able, but we also want students who are well-rounded, who have a range of interests, who are able to pursue happy, meaningful lives, and to give them the tools to do that.
And how does the school communication between the parents, the social in a global environment?
Yes, so because we have many students from around the world coming to the school, we're very fortunate to have our liaison officers, who are, I suppose, the first point of contact for people coming from Korea or China or Japan or wherever it may be. In terms of wider school events, so we do run a lot of online events explaining things to parents, like what are GCSEs, what are A-levels. So we run those in different languages with people like myself or the heads of Key Stage or deputy heads, and they will be translated in real time as it's going on. So also emails often are translated and sent out in different languages as well. So yes, one of the challenges of being an international boarding school, different languages, but we do have a range of communication strategies for that.
All right, so very nice. And could you share some notable achievement or career path of the EPSOM College after graduating?
Oh yes. So last year we had several students going off to top universities around the world. So one of our students went to Cambridge, one went to Stanford, others that I taught for history and politics went to Warwick, Bristol. This year, although it's not graduates yet, I've got 2 people applying for Cambridge, 1 applying for Harvard. So we have a record of people coming here and then going on to top universities around the world.
All right. And then actually A-level is the last stage of the school. Mm-hmm. And then what are the common challenges students face in the A-level program, and how does the school help them overcome those challenges?
So I think one of the first things to make clear about A-levels is they're called A-levels because the A stands for advanced. So A-levels are challenging by design. A-levels are regarded as the gold standard in post-16 education. So they're meant to be challenging, they're meant to be rigorous. But the people we have at the school who deliver them are trained professionals. They know the courses, they know the topics, and they try to deliver it in a way that's engaging for the students to make the best progress possible. So in terms of support for students with A-levels, first thing to say is our teachers are always very open and accessible and make time for the students. Given our boarding environment, it's often the case that we have more access, more time to speak to students on a one-to-one basis if they have problems, if they need additional support. We also of course have the CCAs, where not just things like Drone Club or creative writing, we do have subject-specific ones which are deliberately there to provide extra support for students. We also run workshops throughout the year for parents and for students about study skills in tutor time and PSHE. So we do as much as we can to support our students, and they're difficult. They're advanced levels, but the students who engage, who speak to their teachers, who are proactive, there's no reason why they won't do well.
Okay, and then you mentioned a lot of time the CCA. I think most parents know about how many CCA and what kind of CCA the student can get it.
You can look at the website. So if you look on the school website, there's a list of CCAs that have been offered. I think off the top of my head, there's over 50 of them that are currently being offered. It might be more than that actually. So every teacher in the school runs 2 of them a week. So I've personally run Running Club CCA, bit hot, but good exercise. I've also run a study support CCA for Year 11 GCSE students preparing for the exam. My wife runs Scrabble CCA, learning about English by playing Scrabble. So there's loads of things, loads of choice. There will definitely be something for everyone.
Oh wow, okay. And then the last question, do you have any specific message or advice for Korean students and parents considering EPSOM College?
Yes, well we have actually at EPSOM already a quite well established Korean community. So we have a number of students here from Korea. and I'm always delighted to teach Korean students. They're always so respectful, willing to learn, work incredibly hard. But I think in terms of message to Korean parents who think about coming to EPSOM College, the main thing I think being a parent myself is knowing your kid's going to be safe, that they're going to be supported, that they're going to be, what's the word I'm looking for here? Challenged, given appropriate academic rigor. And I think it's fair to say EPSOM that is the case. Because it's a big step sending your kids from somewhere that's 8 hours away to another part of the world you might be familiar with. So what I'd say to the parents who are considering that is look at the website, speak to people at the school, speak to the students if you can, because it is a very welcoming, it's a safe environment, it's a very nurturing environment, and the people here generally care about the students and want them to do well.
All right, thank you so much. And then the lastly is you just to say bye, and then you see you around here.
Okay. Bye bye. Hopefully see you here soon. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.